Hare Krishna. So the first message we get is to see wealth as a representative of Lakshmi or Radharani, and that's a personification of wealth. That itself is very ennobling. The Vedic way is to always see everything as as a embodiment of, or a Radharani or Lakshmi to be the embodiment of all wealth. So, and the next step is to develop a devotional mood towards her, because Ravana had a mood of exploiting her, to think that she has to serve me. So, Lakshmi, when we develop a very devotional mood towards her, then we will want to do the way, we'll want to be her servant and first of all, we'll treat wealth in a very, we will not treat wealth as a commodity, but that everything, all the energy, wealth means everything, of all, and not only just the cash or gold or something, but everything, all opulence, all everything surrounding us. We will see it in a different way, in a very sublime and in a very devotional way, as being an energy of the Lord. So Srila Prabhupada exemplified by how we must treat all the property of Krishna. He was so very careful. He would not waste even any small thing, a drop of oil, or even paper or anything. All the energy or electricity in all aspects of wealth, he used it very, very carefully, no wastage at all, because he could see that these are all the property of Krishna, and this is the energy of Krishna, Lakshmi Devi, and so we have to be very, very careful in how we utilize it, and they should be utilized only for the service of Krishna, and very sparingly for ourselves, just what is required. And this keeps us in divine consciousness. It keeps us away from our exploitative tendency. And and we also see how valuable Radharani or Lakshmi is, how important she is, and how we have to develop a mood of service to her, and not a kind of exploitative mood. And and she is the source of all happiness, opulence, and so on. So that itself, gives a very nice understanding of this relationship between Radha and Krishna, how they are inseparable, and how the feminine energy is also very, very important. And by respecting this, then we develop humility. We understand the finer features of Krishna, the more softer features of Krishna, because especially in understanding the feminine energy for men, for Prabhus, it'll be very useful, because when we understand how Radharani's qualities are the softer features, and how and as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna has taken these qualities, and he has taken that to show what should be the mood of a devotee, because Radharani is the most ideal devotee, and by developing the same kind of mood as her, and towards her as well as Krishna, then everything is perfect. Then automatically we are connected to them, and all else, wealth, opulence is always surrounding Krishna. Wherever there is Radha and Krishna, there is everything, abundance. And so that's why the last verse of the Bhagavad Gita also says that wherever there is Krishna, and wherever there is a devotee like Arjuna, there will certainly be all opulence, victory, and great determination, great morality. Of this, there is no doubt. So it doesn't mean that being a Krishna's devotee means that we are not attached to the wealth for ourselves. But nevertheless, because the devotee is attached to serving Krishna, the service is the key word. And when we develop that service attitude, automatically everything will be provided, and we will not lack in anything. Hare Krishna.